video today, I'm going to be doing all bay fishing, back bay fluking. We're going to be using strictly gulps, jig heads, spro bucktails, no bait at all. There's no bait on the boat today, and we're just going with the artificial, staying inshore for a quick 2-hour run and see how it goes. So again, everything's back bay, artificials, no bait, and we're going to be jigging for fluke. As you can see, we got our spro bucktails, our gulp. So right now I'm going to start off with this ping jig here. We're going to be using this one, and we're going to hit that with a pink gulp. We're going to dress it up with that. This is, I believe this is called a pink shine or something. Gulp. So when you put this in, you want to make sure you get everything streamlined, and it's got to be nice and straight. You don't want that twisting around in any way. Just make sure that the bait presentation is completely straight on the rig. And that's basically what it's going to look like. That's going to be my fluke bait. Alright, let's see what happens. So right now fishing in about 20 feet of water. Get this down there. Water's pretty murky. So I'm literally 2 minutes from my dock trying to get these fluke. I got a wind against tide condition. Had to move off a little bit, had no movement on air. I was being protected by the land, so wasn't able to get the drift I needed. A lot of seaweed in the water today, it's very dark. Try this spot here, see if I can get a little bit more movement. Fishing about 20 feet of water. Just coming up on an embankment right now. Sometimes you use the motor to do a little power drift if need be, if you don't have the right drift conditions. Doing a little power drift there, we don't have much of a current right now. It's starting to get a little bit more. There's a hit now. There we go, going on. We got a fluke on now. Using ultralight. Got my Daiwa ballistic reel. Feels like a good fish. Feels like a real decent fluke I got here. Wow. It's a real good one. Wow. It's about a 7-pounder right there. Wow, real nice one for the bay. That's a jumbo. Damn. Nice big jumbo right there on the pink. Probably all day 7 pounds that one. I don't know if you guys see it. That's a fatty. Nice first fish of the day. Took my gulp. Nice one there on the spin rod. Light tackle, baby. Big fish. Using a little ballistic LT. I'm not sure if you can see that. So that bait was damaged on that last fish. Kind of split the tip. I don't know if you can see on that. So what I did is I just basically cut it off with a scissor, made it a little smaller, and then I'll put the good body back on. Let's put that back on a bucktail so we get another. Back down again. Try for another. That first fish was a beauty, man. I was a shock at that one. Expected to get like 2 or 3 pounders, not a 7. I'll weigh that one up later, see what he is. Fishing about 20 feet of water. Back Bay in the marshes, no bait. When you get a big fluke like that, it's always good to continue to work that area because usually there's more than one. So I'm gonna do a few more drifts right here, even though the drift conditions aren't the best with the wind against tide. Doing like maybe a quarter of a mile an hour on the drift, which is a little on the slow side, but got one, so. This jig I'm using is a 1 ounce to a 1.5, I'm not sure. It's a John Baggio rubber skirt bullet head in the pink and the white to match the Gulp. I don't know if this is recording. I got another one on, but I'm drifting really close to the boat, so I got to pull out of here while I have the fish. A little quick maneuver in there before I busted. Not a little guy this time. Okay. It's probably maybe a 16 inch or something. We'll measure them up. 16.5 inches. All right, ran back up on my drift. And I'm gonna try this one again. So that's 2 drifts, 2 fish, 1 good one and 1 little guy. At about 16 inches on that last 16.5 inches. But I was getting really close to Marina, so I had to make some maneuvers. Felt like he was playing with that one for a while. I kept getting little hits on it, but wasn't committing, and finally he sucked it down. Now, if you see from John Skinner's videos, you'll see these fluke underwater. They'll follow. They'll keep following and following that bait. So if you feel that hit, just keep working it, because he's not gone. He's still swimming behind that bait, trying to follow it and everything. But keep it going. His videos are actually really cool. If you want to see some cool underwater footage of Fluke actually chasing the baits, check him out. Great underwater footage. Kind of get an understanding of the fish's life, how they see things and how they attack the baits and how important the bait presentation is. Another thing you could do is if you have a small area and you can't get that drift that you want, just anchor up and cast all around the boat with spinning rods and then work the lures back to the boat. It's another productive way of catching fluke if you can't get that drift that you need. Oh, there's another hit right here. Oh, missed it. Just had a hit. Come on back. Missed that one. Let's see if it comes back. Just gonna check my bait real quick. After that one hit, make sure it's okay. Had some weed on it, like I said, and he pulled the Gulp down a little. You can see that he pulled it down a little bit on that hit. Slide it back up. That will happen when you hit. They'll pull that Gulp down, and that whole presentation's off again. Now, like I said, the whole thing is presentation's key. All right, so I had that couple fish over there. I'm gonna try another spot now. Still same area in bay. Everything's within 1,000 feet of each other probably. So I'm gonna try to pull out of here and go to a spot where it's a quick drift, where it's to drop right off some real low water. You're in like 5 feet of water, drops down to about 20. Let's see if I get any hanging out over there. So let's head over there and see what happens. All right, I just got over to the new spot, going on in. See what we can find in this area, if there's anything laying around. Constantly watch your bottom sheen too, see if you find any some structure, any type of depth changes and stuff that's considered structure. Just had a hit already. Wow, that was pretty good. Quick hit on that one. I haven't even recharged the Gulp. This is still the original one from when I caught that first fish. So I could dip it in there, get a little more juice, a little more flavor. Keep my way drifting. The reason why I'm leaving this motor running, I'm in pretty tight quarters, so in case I gotta move fast, or if I'm in the middle of a channel and boats are coming, oh, I have another hit on that, and I want to be able to get out of their way and stuff. Gotta respect the boaters coming through the channel. Here I am dead smack in the middle, so. Probably smaller fish back there, just keep getting tapped, but nothing committed. Getting the small hits in this back bay over here. I'm gonna probably make a move. A lot of small. There's a head right there, actually. This one. Another small one. A lot of seaweed back here and a lot of small fish. This thing's not even fighting. See? There he is. A little bit bigger than I thought. Chewed up. Gulp. There goes that gulp. Another little fatty. Let's see what he is. This one's 17-inch fish on that one. Let's get rid of him. Probably move back to the other spot. There was some bigger fish and a lot of seaweed here I'm dealing with, but alright, so came back to the original spot where that first big fish. Back bay had small fish, small short hits, and a ton of weed, and I'm just not going to compete with the weed. So back to where I had the fish, the first one, and we'll see how this one goes for a little bit. I was working in some more areas around these marshes and stuff where these holes are. Right now I'm at about 37 feet. Small little indentation hole in this part of the bay. Also remember, if you're coming from 7 feet to 30 feet, let out that line. You got to keep those baits on the bottom. A lot of time with the charters, I see the guys, they'll come up, you know, and drop down in the shallow, come into that hole, and they never ever let out the line. So, you know, the bait's just suspended nowhere. So always stay in contact with the bottom. Yeah, I'm starting to come out of that hole, come up on the ledge, see if there's some hanging on these ledges here. Just missed one. Pulled it out of its mouth. See if it comes back. Alright, I got one on now, again, right by these boats. So I'm trying to get myself out of here before I have a little accident, but extreme fishing. The little guy. Mini. Alright, so just pulled up to another spot now. I had another fish I lost by the where I had the big one, but it came unbuttoned. So now I came to another part just around the bend on the marsh. Let's see how this goes. I'm fishing about 26 feet of water right now. Just dropped the line in. Got a little bit more movement here. Wind and the current are going in the same direction on this side. These areas are really good too. You got kids on a boat, you don't want to bring them to the ocean. All these back bay areas hold plenty of fish. Ooh, had hit there, little guy. Get a lot of short hits too, because I got that big huge gulp on the back. So they grab the tails and never get to the hook. We'll definitely get the short hits with the big gulp tails. I believe these are the grubs. I'm not sure, curly tail grubs. I'm not even sure what they're called. All I know is they work. I'm just gonna bump us up a little, get back into that hole, kind of on the edge now. This right here is the Ballistic by Daiwa. 2500, and it's the LT model. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get out of there. Great little reel for doing this. Just gonna run up a little. Started coming on the edge. It was a little bit too shallow for my liking, and of course I started picking up the weed too. All right, so that first drift had about 6 hits there. Had 2 hooked, both got off. 2 gulps gone, 2 more gulps gone. So I'm rebaited, doing that drift again. There was definitely some life on this drift. Probably small stuff, but I'm gonna give it a drift again and see what we can do. These new gulp forms, I tell you, they really suck, man. Every fish, boom, gone. You go through so many. The old formula was the way to go. Berkeley, man, if you listen, you gotta go back to the old formula, brother. This shit's no good. But let's see how this drift goes. You're doing this, definitely bring lots of bags of gulp with you. Wondering about the conditions today. Obviously, you can see it's nice and sunny out. We got the incoming tide. Probably got a 10, not wind, maybe gust to 15, if that, but definitely a nice steady 10. Perfect for Fluke. Right now, the drift speed is between 0.9 and 1 miles an hour. Perfect. Using a 1 ounce Asgard jig, pink and white, rubber skirted with the Berkeley Gulp. Alright, so on those drifts we're getting a lot of short hits. So what I did is I switched it up a little. I'm going to do a double rig now. We have the Tsunami glow jig up top here with the nuclear chicken gulp, and then I went to a green Spro Bucktail with the nuclear chicken gulp. Let's see if maybe we get some on that top hook. See if that little change up might make a difference. The fish are here biting, just can't get them to commit to the hook. So, well, my 2-hour window is almost up. That was my little shot to get out of here and try to get some fish. But I tried that other rig, same thing, short hits. So this spot obviously has nothing but, you know, probably short, small fluke in it. So I'm gonna head back to the other spot, do a drift there, and probably call it a day. And that's about it. So let's see. I'll see what happens there. I'm gonna try that rig in another spot where I had that big one and those couple other ones that were a little bit better in size, those 17 and 16 inch. And hopefully there's something over there. All right, let's see. Well, no change. Unfortunately, looks like the weed's taking over now, and the bite's more or less slowed down. Every time I go down now, the hook's just coming up filled with weed, so I'm gonna call it a quits. Basically got out there for a quick 2-hour thing. Had some nice fish, 1 nice keeper, and that was basically it though. Just staying in the bay, local, no bait, grabbing a rod, a pack of gulp, and heading out. Bucktails, a lot of fun, bay fishing at its finest. But like you see, please subscribe to my channel, click the like button, leave comments. Any videos you guys might want, leave that in the comments as well. And thank you for watching. I'll talk to you all soon.